Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome as we explore the profound energies of this new moon in Pisces. It is set to arrive at 44 minutes past 10 this morning on Friday, the 28th of February, and it is my intention as your astrologer to help you navigate the conversations of the cosmos and how it is activating us on a collective level and enable you innately to harness the full expansive energy of this creative, etheric, and expansive event with this transformative moments as we are invited to reach the depths of our emotional realm and inevitably be spiritually reborn. At 9 degrees and 4 minutes of Pisces, this lunation is marking the closing of summer in the southern hemisphere. It is ushering in an autumnal shift, a time of shedding, a time of releasing, and a time of letting go. Pisces is a sign of disillusion and dreams. It is inherently the collective unconsciousness that is calling us to release our attachment to the known and trust the divine, trust the flow of the universe, and trust in the creation of space for new opportunities and emotional clarity and foresight to be birthed. This new moon has close ties to Neptune, which is the ruler of this lunation, and Neptune also is connected to the north node of the moon, signaling an end of an era where humanity tried to control everything. We are innately being invited to realize and trust in God, God, the timing of the divine and the flow of what matters now. And it is not about the small egoic time frames that we have clung onto in the past. And it is innately the idea about we can fix everything that is fading fast and surrender as Pluto continues to enter in the sign of Aquarius. This work is about teaching us that not everything needs to be fixed. Not everything that has been broken can actually be repaired. There is a strong connection to breakdowns in both relationships and also in systems, because if something is not working, it's actually time to let it go, to surrender, no matter how much the ego wants to hold on to it. As Venus prepares for its retrograde period in its fall sign of Aries, we are also clearing out what no longer serves us in terms of love, values, material attachments, and also the availability of spiritual purification. It is here that we're being asked to let go of what weighs us down and the past that no longer serves us. For the masculine energy and the battle between the internal and the external, and reclaiming our masculinity with toxic dominance, is no longer serving us. The feminine energy is at work. It is stepping into this empowered softness that we all have, no matter our genitalia or chromosomal alignment. Because this realignment needs to happen on both sides, and Pisces is offering the opportunity for each of us to be spiritually reborn. Remember that the universe in and of itself is in a midst of a great reawakening, and it is birthing out this great reordering. And as we approach this new moon, we're being called to embrace what is no longer allowing us to evolve and release what no longer fits with our soul's true trajectory. The North Node is the embodiment of our soul's true trajectory, and if you have that in your natal chart, you know where your true north is. So I urge you to connect with that, connect with your soul, and allow that to guide you. And if you're still clinging onto fantasies and illusions and unmanifested dreams, know that it is your chance now to clear them out, to plant new seeds for the future. We have an incredible celestial alignment that this new moon is embarking on a new doorway, one that we are walking through with empty hands and an open heart. We need to release all that no longer serves us, empty our pockets of all that is weighing us down emotionally, spiritually, and materialistically. And with the asteroid of Coronis linked deeply to transformation and birth of catastrophe itself, there is a strong prominent connection with this new moon, and it is reminding us that there's great healing that emerges from times of crisis and trauma. And it is teaching us that approach of healing with an active participation in our own trajectory and tuning inside in moments of emotional devastation and catastrophe in our own external reality. It is these opportunities of deep transformation and these rare occasions with this lunation that we are being encouraged to engage with the process of renewal, of shedding out the old before we usher in the new in Aries season, especially with the new transits and the changes of the planets that are to come over the next 6 months. It is about embarking in our own innate wisdom to overcome these hardships. Pisces is ruled by Neptune, the planet of intuition, of mysticism, of transcendence, and through Neptune's energy, we are being offered a potent time to be able to tap into those unseen realms, tap into our subconscious energies, and be able to connect with the spiritual plane. It is in this influence that we are being encouraged to ask and to dive deep into these areas and release what no longer serves us. Open ourselves up to this healing. Open ourselves up to this transformation. This new moon is aligning with significant aspects within the sky, and these conversations on a quantum level are adding to the intensity and adding to our guidance, adding to our ability to trust in the divine, to trust in our souls, to trust our innate intuition to guide us forward at this time. And with this conjunction with Ceres, the asteroid of nurturing, this new moon is inviting us to nourish ourselves emotionally and be able to reclaim who we are and examine our relationships with caregiving, our actual innate connection to caregiving as well, and how it is that we care for others just as much as how it is that we care for ourselves on a physical plane, but mostly on a spiritual and emotional level. Whether that may be giving or receiving or finding balance of how we do actually care for ourselves, this is offering us a new availability to deeply connect with our souls and nurture the soul within. There is also a square to Jupiter in Gemini. Jupiter is the co-ruler of this alignment, with Neptune being the main ruler. And this is creating a strong tension between our emotional and our spiritual realms, and the logical and the rational mind as well, with Mercury in the mix. And this is aspecting and highlighting the difficulties that we do have in balancing out our emotional depth with our logical analysis. And if you, like me, of very recent times have been ungrounded, it's asking us to actually release this need to overthink and this need to connect with that logic and connect with that, those higher chakras, and come back down to earth, come back down to those lower chakras and be able to place our feet on the earth, connect with the negative ions, connect with our senses as well. There is a strong need for us human beings, and I believe it's why we've chosen to come onto this earth, is to connect with those tangible assets that we so innately have. So grounding our overthinking, trusting that clarity will come from within, but we need to be grounded to be able to receive that clarity. It's that alignment of all the chakras, not just your higher chakra system, but also your lower chakra system. Now, the sun is also in close conjunction with the moon, of course, with a new moon energy. But this is shining a light on these Piscean themes. There is this merging of two different embodiments of the masculine and the feminine, and the solar and the lunar parts of our souls, shining a light on intuition, disillusion, and clarity. And as we approach this new moon, we're being encouraged to step in and be able to trust and tap into our courage and be able to allow the path before us to just unfold naturally, and it will be in the divine timing of the universe and that trust and faith in God that will allow it to come through. And God, again, is that God. It's the divine. It's not God as in a human or connected to Jesus. It doesn't matter what religion background you come from, there is God that has the creator, the ultimate in this realm. So this new moon in Pisces is offering us this opportunity to reset. And there is a strong influence of Pluto, even though there's not such a connection per se. There is this invitation here to embrace this cosmic reset, with Pluto's ushering into that Aquarian energy in the Aquarian age, and we've just had all that Aquarian energy just recently. So it's being able to move into those 11th and 12th house axis. So 11th house is governing of the extraterrestrial, whereas that 12th house is more that ethereal aspect and that intangible aspect, and it's being able to release those attachments to the past and those formative years, to be able to surrender into those 11th and 12th houses of allowing those old outdated dreams and relationships and old outdated systems and egoic attachments that we no longer are served by, and that our soul's path no longer needs to be able to create our own utopia. And utopia is a word that is definitely tied to that Piscean energy, and utopia is what we create it to be, but it's not the tangible dreams, because the truth is that your dream is a benchmark of your highest philosophy. So if you actually surrender that dream and you surrender that benchmark, can you imagine what lies on the other side of that, on the higher consciousness of that, on the higher levels of that? And it's about not necessarily letting go of your dreams, but letting go of what doesn't serve you, or what's not associated, or what hasn't manifested because it's not aligned with your true trajectory. We had that North Node and Neptune connection with that ruler of this Piscean new moon that is calling us onto our soul's path, calling us into our true trajectory, and allowing us to be held in a safe container to rise above and allow our quantum field to connect to the ether, to connect to all that is endless and limitless and available to us. And that's truth. It is limitless. Now, moving forward with Mars in Cancer and Venus also about to go retrograde in the sign of Aries, which is its fall sign, and Mars has just gone direct in the sign of Cancer, which it's in detriment in. There is this need for reflection and emotional assertion, and there is this stripping away of our false attachments and our materialism and our vanity and our egoic desires, and allowing this new moon energy to force us to confront those illusions and free ourselves from the weight that no longer serves us, the weight that our attachments and desires on an egoic level actually hold and keep us small and keep us three-dimensional. It's that transition from that three dimension to the fourth to the fifth dimension, and it's our ascension as a collective. This is what this quantum field and these quantum conversations of this the planetary alignment is innately having, and it's tapping into us on that metaphysical scale to be able to align. And with Saturn and Neptune's alignment here as well, there is this call for spiritual maturity and action, and the universe is waiting for us to catch up. The universe is there, and it always has been, and it's just waiting for our humanness to be able, and our mortality to be able to move forward, and also release those shackles of the past, release the shackles that are keeping us small and keeping us limited, and the fluoride on our pineal gland and all of those different things that I could go into, but that will go more onto that conspiracy theory level. But it's all about letting go of those emotional baggages and projections that we've been holding on to, and the projections that don't serve our true highest good. The projection of our neighbor that has a fancy house, the projection of a person who has, someone around to help them when you don't, and all these different things and facets. Like, your life is your container, and you have lived it, and you've been blessed with the positives and the negatives, and and they are actually only a perception of your own innate nature. And if you want to look at my Instagram, I've shared a little bit about that lately. But you are held in this life, and your manifestations are akin to your natal chart, yes, akin to your nature and your nurture, yes, and akin to what it is that will help your soul grow. So trust that, and no longer put those projections outside of yourself, and call back and reclaim your own power, because these energies of the divine masculine and the divine feminine are actually calling us to integrate and to find balance. And this new moon is innately signaling a time of new renewal, of birth, of planting those seeds and allowing us to heal and reconnect with our authenticity, both innately the masculine and feminine energies merging within their own authentic way, but also on a tangible scale in society as well. Like, you know, you can't have birth without a man and a masculine figure and a feminine figure. You cannot create a baby without a man and a woman. And it's being able to create space and have mutual respect and mutual balance to enable that to come into fruition, both on the internal level and the external level. So this new moon in Pisces innately is amplifying this Neptunian influence, and it is, like I said, it's a profound time of spiritual growth, and we're being invited to be able to reflect and find the healing within our own journey, find the healing within our relationships, find the karma within our relationships. What is this person showing me? What are they mirroring back to me? And what is it that I can learn from this situation? How can this situation, no matter what it may be and feel, how can it help me grow? And how can I find the light in the darkness and integrate that shadow aspect of ourselves as well? Because it's this trusting of the unknown and stepping into these new cycles of growth. And it's up to us to be able to create those neurological pathways to be able to allow that transcendence to occur. So we are just as much three-dimensional as we are four and five-dimensional, all the rest. We do have this, you know, we do have skin. We aren't all ether. We are tangible. So it's being able to forge those tangible pathways in our mind and be able to create those potent conversations with Neptune, and also with that square to Jupiter, reminding us to seek clarity through our intuition and embrace the creative breakthroughs that are arising when we are trusting in the divine, when we are trusting in the flow of life and the flow of universe and God in and of himself. So I do hope this helps you connect with the energy of this very potent moon. We have a lot coming up in March, and this is the final day of February. It's the final day of summer here on the Southern Hemisphere, and it is a new paradigm that we're shifting into, and it's being able to surrender and release. That Neptune is just about to make its ingress into the sign of Aries for the very first time since the Civil War. At 0 degrees Aries, there was a civil war in America. We've got a lot of radical shifts occurring, and it's being able to come back to your center and be able to make those changes now and make those neurological pathways and condition them while you can, and just trust in the divine, trust in the flow, surrender to it, and maintain that groundedness, maintain your sense of groundedness. We are in Pisces season. We have got a lot going on. We've got eclipse season, like the next moon is eclipse season. We're ushering in this new time and this new paradigm, and we've got a lot of shifts occurring, and it's maintaining that groundedness and also being able to connect with all your chakras and center yourself on this physical plane, whilst also connecting. Like, you are the root that the divine connects with the earth through. You are the conduit, and allow yourself to embody that whilst also surrendering to the flow of the universal energies flowing through you and the quantum field flowing through you rather. So I hope this helps you. I hope this it helps you mitigate these energies and be able to understand what conversations the planets and the asteroids are having that are integrating and connecting to us on a quantum level, and then of course being able to hold yourself in high esteem as you navigate and mitigate the unfolding as it is. So thank you and bless you, and this was a very quick video. If you do have any questions, of course please put them in the comment box below. Feel free to reach out for an astrology reading. I love astrology. I'm so passionate about it. And of course, if you would like to follow my new Instagram that I'm trying to grow, but I've got a lot of other things on with uni and work and children and things, but I'm so passionate about astrology and helping humans be able to connect with their divine trajectory, and that is innately what this new moon is all about. So bless you, and may you find comfort in the magic that is you, and have a beautiful new moon.